let's talk about my favorite albums of the year, man, and maybe favorite songs. I don't know, but let's just do albums. Start off with albums, man. Now these are pretty much hip hop albums. That's as far as new music. That's what I listen to. But if I'm gonna give full disclosure, excuse me, if I'm gonna give full disclosure, I listen to mostly old music, like classic music, whether it's classic hip hop from like the 90s or the 2000s, even some from the 80s. A lot of like music from the funk era, the funk disco era, the 70s, early 80s, a lot of 90s R&B. So I listen to a lot of old music. Like I think Stevie Wonder is like at the top of my most listened to for the year. But I do like some hip hop. And a lot of Detroit hip hop. A lot of Detroit hip hop I play a lot. But I found it really hard to find my top 11 hip hop albums because I don't think a lot of dope albums came out this year. So, like, I had my top 5, 6, 7, but trying to find like 8 through 11 was kind of hard because, like, I'm like, dang, am I missing something? But it wasn't a lot of dope albums, in my opinion. I asked on Instagram last night for y'all to tell me what albums y'all thought was dope, and I didn't get no responses. So maybe I'll get some more after this. But here are my top 11 albums for the year. Again, some of these I'm not super crazy about, but I do think all these albums are dope. Now, if they weren't dope, I wouldn't mention them. So these are dope albums. These are my top 11 albums. Number 11, Don Toliver, Lovesick. My daughter is a big fan of Don Toliver. So, we ride in the car a lot together. So I listen to a lot of Don Toliver. Pretty good album. He got a dope song with Charlie Wilson on there. If I Had, dope song. You know what I'm saying? Number 10, 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne, Welcome to Collard Grove. Dope album, man. What's that one song? Pressure. That song I think went viral on a lot of TikTok videos. Dope album, you know what I'm saying? Manny Fresh had a couple dope beats on there, you know what I'm saying? Dope album. 50 Cent narrated that album. Dope album. Number 9, Nicki Minaj, man. Pink Friday 2. Listen, say what you want about Nicki Minaj. Sometimes I think Nicki Minaj's kind of attitude kind of comes off kind of rude sometimes. I'm just going to keep it real. She seems to be kind of mean sometimes. I could be tripping. I don't know. But you can't deny how dope she is. I think Nicki Minaj is the greatest female rapper of all time. Yep, I said it. Nicki Minaj. I've been saying this for a couple years now. I think when it comes to female rap, Nicki is the GOAT by herself. You know what I'm saying? We could talk accomplishments. We could talk rhyme skills, bar for bar. And I love how she champions her pen. Like, no, I wrote that. I love how she because I do think writing makes you a better rapper. I don't think that you have to write all your stuff. I don't think that. But I do think kudos to you for writing your own stuff, because some people can write real good, but they can't deliver. They just can't really break through as a artist themselves. You know what I'm saying? And some people are incredible artists, but they can't write. I think Eazy-E had one of the best rap voices ever, and apparently it was hard to get him to kind of deliver those verses. But when they came out, though, it came out great, and Eazy couldn't write a lick. He couldn't even rap that good, but his voice, So I think that you don't got a right to be great, but I think if you can write and you can put it all together as one, you dangerous. So Nicki Minaj is the dopest. And Pink Friday 2 is pretty good. She was barring y'all fools up, giving y'all bars, man. So number 9, Pink Friday 2. Number 8, man, Hometown Love, man. I'm gonna switch the order. I'm gonna make that number 7. Number 8, I'm gonna go to Larry June, The Night Shift. And that's Larry June's album with Cardo. I think Larry June and Cardo. I think Cardo got wings. Him and Larry June and him and Payroll Giovanni. Cardo make dope albums with Larry June and Payroll. You know what I'm saying? They need to do a album with the 3 of them. Larry June, Cardo, and Payroll. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Larry June, The Night Shift. Number 8, dope beats, laid back rhymes. I love that album. Number 7, T Grizzly. T's Coney Island, man. I love T Grizzly, man. I think T Grizzly is making the case of being one of the GOATs out of Detroit. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to Detroit rap, like bars, just overall, I got Eminem, Royce, Elzhi is up there. But I think that T is making this case to be one of the best lyricists ever to come out of Detroit, because he got it. He got the wordplay, he got the punchlines, he got the delivery, he got the swag. T Grizzly, and this album, he's just floating. He floating on the whole album. T is Coney Island, man. Coney Island is, if you don't know Coney Island, it's like a restaurant, kind of like a bootleg restaurant chain in Detroit. I say bootleg because it's not like an official Coney Island corporation, you know what I'm saying? But it's a certain restaurant that you can open and have like chili dog, have everything there from breakfast to hamburgers to hot dogs. And his album was called T's Coney Island. Dope album, man. Yeah. Number 7. Number 6, man, was Jack Harlow, Jackman. And I was surprised, man. Jack Harlow went back to the essence on this album where he just spitting rhymes, man. Like lyrically, dope beats, dope rhymes, real simple, and he killed it, man. So I'm gonna give Jackman number 6. Number 5, Killer Michael. That album was more cinematic to me, man. You know, it was like Killer Mike telling his life story. You know what I'm saying? Dope album. He had that dope song, Scientists and Engineers, I think that's what it's called, with Future and Andre 3000. I ran a lot of miles to that song, man. Dope album though, man. Shout out to No ID. I think No ID kind of produced most of that album, so shout out to that. Number 4, Offset, Set It Off. Offset had a real dope album, man. Real dope album, man. And what I like about that album was Offset. He didn't stick to his typical formula in terms of producers. He got the Metro Boomins and the 808 Mafia on there, but he also ventured out and got more production, more like, I guess, classical hip hop production, and he murdered all the songs. He got dope videos, dope visuals. You know what I'm saying? Dope album. Offset, Set It Off was dope. Number 3, man, Hometown, Peasy from Detroit, man. Peasy Ghetto. One of Peasy's best albums, man. He had some dope records on that album, man. Some dope classic records on that album. That album is slept on. If you ain't heard Peasy Ghetto, go get Peasy Ghetto, man. Dope albums, man. He got some real good songs, man. Him and Skilla Baby got a dope song on there. He got a real dope song with Ty Dolla $ign called Blessed. Dope song, man. The intro to that album is so hard, man. Got a dope intro, man. So shout out Peasy. And my number 1 and 2 albums, man, go to Nas, man. Magic 3 is number 2 and Magic 2. So the Nas Magic albums got the 1 and 2 best albums to me of the year. You know what I'm saying? I think Nas is nominated for a Grammy for King's Disease. King's Disease came out at the end of 2022, but it can still count for the Grammy. So, but I think Magic 2 and 3 are the best 2 albums of the year. Sorry, it just is what it is, man. Shout out to Hit Boy. Hit Boy produced those. Hit Boy and Nas, they did what was it, a 6 album run over like 3 years. You know, King's Disease 1, 2, and 3, Magic 1, 2, and 3. You know, but yeah, those are some dope records, man. Dope albums, man. So those are my top 11 albums, man, of the year. Let me know what you think. Am I tripping? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all got different albums? Let me know, man. What are your best albums of 2023?